So we finally got to see some gameplay of Titanfall. If you haven't heard yet, there was a alpha that was released on the game, and a few people got into the alpha. I know a lot of people have sent me messages on Xbox and Twitter asking me if I have got into the alpha. I did not, so I'm just watching it just along with everybody else. But there were some gameplay clips that did come out that were really good, and I posted those on VGM. I'll get you those links. We'll talk about what I thought about the gameplay overall. First off, I know a lot of people want to know, are we going to get to play the game before it actually releases? Are they going to release some sort of demo or beta? Well, just before I started to sit down and record this audio, it did come across on Twitter. Somebody asked one of the community managers whether or not there was going to be an open beta, and she replied with, possibly. So I would say that that is probably more than likely a yes. You are going to get to see an open beta. And it does seem like, you know, most EA games do go through some sort of open beta. But let's hope that it's actually a real beta this time, and that this is really a huge stress test that goes through, and so that they have time to also correct things before the game releases. And so it's not one of these where it's just, okay, well, this is kind of like an early bit of the game and we're going to call it a beta, but it's really just a demo because we're so far ahead of this whatever it is that we're releasing, you know. Which it is kind of hard, I understand, because I see both ways, or at least that's the way it used to be. I don't know, maybe things have changed with the new consoles, because the way it used to be is that they do have to submit these to Microsoft to get, you know, approved and certified. So Microsoft supposedly tests them to make sure that it's not going to tear down Xbox Live or whatever, or Sony does for PlayStation Network. And so it can take a little bit of time for these games to go through certifications. So they do have to submit early builds of the game. But the one thing, of course, since this is multiplayer, you want to make sure that at least the multiplayer components are all solid and all there. And so they claim that this alpha test was just that. They were wanting to stress test the servers and see how they handled the gameplay. And so far, everything that I saw as far as the gameplay goes seemed like it was handling it pretty well. So as far as the gameplay goes, of course, there was some controversy over the last couple of weeks, which maybe I wonder whether or not that had to do anything with now gameplay being leaked out, as far as people being concerned all of a sudden about the game. So it came about that the game was 6v6, and of course that stirred up an uproar in the gaming community. A lot of people were upset about that. They said, look, it's never going to work, it's going to be boring, blah blah blah. Well, after looking at the gameplay, I can't say that it's going to be boring, and I don't think 6v6 is going to make much of a difference. And it seemed like there was constantly something to do, but it seemed like a pretty good pace, at least from the videos that I saw, which of course you've got people selecting their best clips that they're uploading as well. But as far as all the gameplay that I saw, I watched I think a team deathmatch game, and I also watched a domination, and the domination video was really good. And both of those, I mean, the game looks like something I definitely want to pick up and play. And I would definitely enjoy it, I know, for a little bit. The question is, how long can that hold me? And I'm not really sure, and that's going to depend a lot on, I think, any type of story mode that maybe they intricate, or maybe some theater of war type element that maybe they put into the game, or the game modes, of course, that are going to come about. But as far as the gameplay goes, a lot of people were concerned about the 6v6, don't think that's going to be any trouble, and a lot of people were saying that it was going to be just a Call of Duty rehack, and I didn't see that as well. The maps looked freaking awesome, and so I am definitely going to be playing a lot of Titanfall on this channel. Post below, let me know, what did you think about the gameplay videos? If you haven't checked them out, go check them out. Links will be in the description box so you can go watch the gameplay videos. Then make sure you come back and at least leave a comment saying what you thought about the gameplay. And this, of course, is going to be on the PC and Xbox. That does it for me, the Red Dragon. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.